They say music is magic. But what if that wasn't just poetic language? What if it were literal? Beneath every hit record, under every global tour and viral music video, pulses a hidden architecture of sound. Not metaphorical sound, but frequency vibration crafted to shape the world we live in. For decades, perhaps centuries, something has been resonating beneath the surface. Because hidden deep below the city of stars, beneath the glittering skyline of the entertainment capital of the world, there exists a realm invisible to the public eye. A place whispered about in studio backrooms and encoded in the spaces between notes. They call it the garden. But this is no garden of flowers and sunshine. The garden is an ancient metropolis, a city of tunnels and light, constructed from harmony itself. Picture an underground kingdom where Art Deco architecture twists with neon vines, columns of sound-reactive crystal, air that pulses in rhythm with whispered chords. It's a city powered by human voices, an entire society shaped by song. Those who live there aren't just citizens. They are known as the voices, trained since birth to control not just tone or melody, but emotion, memory, reality itself. Their breath can rewrite belief. Their harmony can command crowds. And at the heart of it all sits a man once known to the world above as a music producer. But here, beneath the ground, he is something more. They call him DiDi, the architect of vibration. With a single gesture, he can collapse crowds into silence or bend thousands into sync. He does not merely conduct music. He engineers consensus. But no system, no matter how perfectly tuned, is immune to discord. Years ago, in a sterile chamber surrounded by scientists and mystics, a child was born, or rather designed. His name was Jaycen, a prodigy engineered not from chance, but precision. His DNA had been mapped from the vocal lineages of countless icons. His chords mirrored legends. His breath calibrated like a tuning fork. From the very beginning, he wasn't taught music, he was music. In blue-lit laboratories, he practiced forbidden scales, melodies never meant to be sung, frequencies long buried for their dangerous resonance. One day, while still a child, he sang a note so high, so pure, it shattered the reinforced dome above him. The chamber trembled, and for the first time in decades, the garden flinched. Each year, DiDi hosts a ritual known as the resonance. To the world above, it appears as nothing more than a global concert, an extravagant tour celebrating unity through sound. But in the catacombs of the garden, it's a ceremony of control. As the voices perform, each lyric implants suggestions into the collective subconscious of humanity. Each rhythm pulses not just in the ears, but in the decisions people make, the dreams they forget, the truths they dismiss. On stage, icons sing with perfect synchronization. Below, billions sway, not knowing they are dancing to commands. Jaycen had been meant to lead them DiDi's perfect note, but something in him had always questioned the song. Late one night, haunted by rhythms he could not explain, Jaycen followed a whisper through forgotten corridors and stumbled into a chamber sealed for centuries. There he discovered an ancient scroll carved not in ink, but in vibrational glyphs, tones etched into silence. It spoke of something called the lost note, a forbidden frequency older than language, capable of breaking all harmony, all illusions. When he sang it, reality itself flinched, light bent, glass shattered. Across the garden, systems glitched. Above ground, people paused mid-scroll, mid-breath, mid-thought. Something was happening, something remembered. DiDi moved swiftly. Jaycen was seized by acolytes dressed in white and silver, their arms etched with waveforms. He was brought to the chamber of erasure, strapped to a table humming with distorted lullabies. With a whispered command, DiDi ordered his mind rewritten. "Let him forget," he said, his voice low, pulsing through the walls. Jaycen's memories were replaced with a false story, a childhood above ground, a discovery via home videos, an innocent rise to fame. He would remember nothing of the garden, nothing of the lost note. The world would know him only as a pop phenomenon. And for years, the system held. But the mind is not so easily erased. Somewhere, deep inside, a melody lingered. Dreams returned. Static echoed in the spaces between songs. He would perform to screaming crowds, lights flashing, applause roaring, but feel only the silence between the cheers. The fracture within him grew. Meanwhile, DiDi was preparing his ultimate composition, the global resonance. A final event, a binding frequency, one voice to unite all others in a single, unbroken chord. One world, one sound, forever in tune. Then came the leak. A fan somewhere across the globe found an old demo one of Jaycen's discarded vocal takes. They slowed it down, reversed it, and hidden in the warped audio was a trace of the lost note. Listeners froze. Goosebumps. Tears. Silence. Something stirred. Not everyone noticed, but some remembered. They started sharing it, remixing, singing along without understanding why. The frequency spread like wildfire. Live streams popped up across cities, choirs performing harmonies in backyards and parking garages. Teenagers humming counter melodies in protest of curfews. A cappella flash mobs disrupting political speeches. Underground radio hosts embedding pieces of the lost note between ads. It wasn't chaos. It was awakening. DiDi felt it immediately. His network of control, once flawless, began to degrade. Synchrony broke. Messages distorted. Celebrities missed notes on live broadcasts. Ad campaigns fell flat. His power was unraveling. The garden trembled again. Jaycen returned. He walked the halls of the underground city, now illuminated by a different rhythm, an emergent harmony, born not from control, but truth. At the center of the amphitheater, DiDi waited, seated upon his throne of resonance. The confrontation was not violent. Jaycen stepped forward, calm. Behind him, echoes of the lost note. DiDi raised a hand and said, "You can't unring a bell, boy." Jaycen looked him in the eye and answered, "No, but you can change its tone." Then they sang. Not words, but raw frequency. A duel of sound. DiDi's choir precise, powerful, trained from birth, versus Jaycen's singular tone, ancient and wild. It wasn't just music. It was war. It was memory. It was choice. And in the final note, the illusion broke. The world above heard a new silence, not emptiness, but possibility. Across continents, people turned off their devices, listened, began to hum, not in tune with any broadcast, but with themselves. Because music is magic, and the most dangerous thing you can do with magic is to remember it's yours.